The ICE Open Network is a testament to the power of true decentralization. It is a network designed to empower individuals, not conglomerates. It is a network where every participant has an equal opportunity to contribute and benefit, regardless of their resources. This is the essence of Phase 1. Decentralization. ICE Open Network is built on the foundation of inclusivity. We believe that everyone, regardless of their geographical location or economic status, should have the opportunity to participate and reap the benefits of the blockchain revolution. This is why we have made it possible for anyone with a mobile device to join our network and mine ICE coins. This approach not only democratizes the mining process, but also fosters a diverse and inclusive network. The ICE Open Network is not just about mining coins. It is about creating a community where everyone has a voice. It is about building a network where power is not concentrated in the hands of a few, but distributed among the many. This is why the team have implemented a policy that restricts each user to using only one device under their name. This policy ensures that power is evenly distributed and prevents the concentration of control. To maintain the integrity of ICE Open Network and enforce an equal opportunity policy, the developers have integrated several security features, which help ICE detect and flag multi-accounts or bots. By keeping this information private until KYC begins, the team ensures the detection algorithm's confidentiality and prevents any attempts to circumvent our rules. The ICE Open Network is not just a blockchain project, it is a movement. It is a call to action for everyone who believes in the power of decentralization. It is a platform for those who envision a future where power is not concentrated, but distributed. It is a network for those who dare to challenge the status quo and strive for a more equitable and inclusive future. The rapid adoption of ICE is a testament to the demand for a truly decentralized blockchain solution. As we continue to grow and evolve, we remain committed to our mission of decentralization. We are committed to building a network that is not only powerful, but also equitable and inclusive. We are committed to creating a future where power is in the hands of the many, not the few. This is the promise of the ICE Open Network. The ION ID service is the core foundation of ION services and is designed as a secure, private, and self-sovereign tool that enables users to have meaningful digital interactions and even perform legally binding actions with real-world outcomes. By decentralizing identity management, ION is designed to give users greater control over their personal information and enhance their privacy. According to privacy, we all know that privacy is a key concern in digital identity systems. Users should have the ability to control what personal information they share, who they share it with, and for how long. The ION ID service is designed with privacy in mind by borrowing features from the SSI model. ION IDs are structured in several tiers called assurance levels. Assurance levels can be none, low, substantial, or high. An ION ID that has no assurance level can include any type of data, for example only a pseudonym or username, and can be verified by anyone or no one at all. For assurance levels low through high, a minimum dataset must be included in the user's ION ID, which includes the name, surname, and birthdate of the user. Also, for assurance levels low through high, the user identity proofing and verification can only be performed by authorized identity verifiers, that is, vetted ION ID users with identities of assurance level high. When users create an ION ID with an assurance level none, they can choose what personal information to include. This could range from basic information like a username to more sensitive data like an email address or phone number. However, this tier can only be used for peer-to-peer interactions because of its lack of assurance. In other words, users who only want to interact with other users, for example within ION Connect, are able to do so without hindrance. This type of digital identity usage can work well for use cases where users already know each other and exchange their ION ID information in the real world. However, users that interact exclusively online with peers that have ION IDs with assurance level, none need to be very cautious in trusting the identity information provided by said peers. To mitigate such risks while ensuring privacy, all identity claims associated with an ION ID will carry metadata that proves the assurance level or lack thereof. This is to say that a user cannot know the assurance level of another user's ION ID prior to said user's explicit intent to interact and consent to disclose information. In the context of social networks, this translates into the fact that you cannot see if a user has a blue checkmark until said user approves your follow request. When users create an ION ID with assurance level low, substantial, or high, their ION ID must include, at a minimum, their name, surname, and date of birth. Users can choose to include any additional personal information, but the minimum dataset is mandatory. Additionally, to obtain any assurance level on their ION ID, users must undergo identity proofing and verification by an authorized ION ID verifier, either in person or via remote video verification, and must agree to have the identity verification proof stored by the authorized ION ID verifier that performed the verification for a span of time which is determined by the jurisdiction where the ION ID is issued, for compliance purposes. The identity verification proofs may include the user's identity documents, which were used to perform the verification, the video recording of the verification process, and other information depending on the applicable legislation in said user's jurisdiction and the required assurance level. Importantly, the ION ID service also allows users to store different levels of Know Your Customer (KYC) verifications. This means that users can verify and store different aspects of their identity, such as their name, phone number, email, address, picture, and more. Each of these verifications corresponds to a different level of KYC, providing users with a flexible and customizable identity system. Finally, the ION ID service enables usage of zero-knowledge proofs to verify identity claims without revealing the underlying data for use cases where identity data must not be revealed. This allows users to prove things about themselves without sharing their personal information. As was previously mentioned, a user could prove that they are over 18 years old without revealing their true age or birth date. This approach provides a high level of privacy while still allowing for robust identity validation. Security is paramount in any digital identity system, being prioritized even at the cost of impeding usability. The ION ID service uses strong quantum-resistant encryption to secure personal data and has safeguards in place to protect against common attacks and vulnerabilities. Security within the ION ID service starts at the core of the system, the user device, by enabling the user to create a non-exportable private key within the device's secure element or secure enclave, and having the private key uniquely linked to their biometrics, such that any other person having access to the device and security element, for example, pattern, PIN, password, etc., cannot access the ION ID service and act in the name of the rightful ION ID holder. All personal data is securely stored off-chain, specifically on the user's devices, ensuring that it is not publicly accessible on the blockchain. The data is encrypted using state-of-the-art cryptographic algorithms, and only the user has the keys to decrypt it. This means that even if a user's device is compromised, the attacker would not be able to access the user's personal data without the decryption keys. When an ON-ID holder wants to interact online with a third party, person, organization, or service, they can decrypt the required data on demand and send it to the requesting third party along with a special key used to encrypt hashes. The third party can hash the data, encrypt the hash, and compare the result with the verification proof on the blockchain. This mechanism enables the third party to validate the data, and it guarantees that the data hasn't been changed or tampered with since the identity verification and ION ID issuance. The ION ID service also includes mechanisms to protect against identity theft, such as multi-factor authentication and biometric verification. These features add an extra layer of security, making it harder for malicious actors to impersonate users. Furthermore, users can choose to back up their encrypted data to Ion Vault, CF6, iCloud, or Google Drive, providing an additional layer of redundancy and security. By storing data locally on users' devices and using strong encryption, the ION ID service ensures that users' personal data is both secure and private. This approach provides users with the confidence that their digital identities are safe and under their control.